안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to a brand new week on The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-heritage, K-travel, K-everything. And joining me today in the studio is my co-host Walter Lee. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and happy Mondays to all our viewers at home. Walter Lee here to co-host alongside Soa and to give you the daily dose of K-Enter news.
And we're also joined by Arirang's News Features reporter An Sung-jin. Welcome, Sung-jin.
Welcome, Sung-jin.
Hello, guys. Happy Monday to all of our viewers. My name is An Sung-jin. I'm a News Features reporter here at Arirang News.
Sung-jin, with APEC 2025 just around a month away from
about
now,
a month.
We've got a lot of cultural events happening in the city of Gyeongju, and I heard that you went to one of those events, so tell us more about it.
Right, absolutely. Gyeongju itself is already a historic city, but the 2025 Silla Kings Festival, which I was at over this weekend in Gyeongju, aimed to explore the cultural heritage that the city had to offer. Now let's take a closer look before I dive in deep. As APEC 2025 Korea approaches, the host city of Gyeongju is filled with cultural events. And the Silla Kings Festival is just one of them. Hosted by Gyeongsangbuk-do Province, the event aims to promote the 1,000-year-old history of the Silla dynasty, which had Gyeongju as its capital. From trying out hanbok to exploring traditional Korean games, local residents and visitors have come to enjoy the vibrant atmosphere.
We got to try out traditional hanbok.
It was a great chance to understand the history of the Silla dynasty.
We happened to just pass by while walking around, but the music made us curious. It's an interesting experience.
The highlight of the festival was an interactive media performance and Silla-style traditional hanbok showcase, providing a glimpse into the Silla dynasty's history and culture. Further building on the success of this event, the city will be hosting a wider range of programs at its historical sites to further promote the city's cultural heritage and APEC 2025 Korea.
Wow, the hanbok that we were seeing there on the stage, they were really so colorful and beautiful.
Very vibrant.
And I feel like these kinds of cultural events, the number of those events are growing in number the nearer we get to the actual APEC summit. But Sung-jin, it looked very fun from your coverage, what I saw, but how was it for you at the scene?
Right, so I guess Gyeongju itself, as I mentioned, offers a lot of historical aspects to it. This event itself was hosted right in front of Cheomseongje, which is an astronomical tower back from the Silla dynasty, and I realized that not only does the place have historical significance, but the location itself was crowded with a lot of people. We had the vibrant atmosphere, we had a lot of booths set up, a lot of activities and programs for these people to enjoy, which is why I feel like we saw not only local residents, but a lot of visitors coming in and out from the province and the country as well.
It seems like the place to visit right now is Gyeongju, even before the APEC summit starts. But alongside this event that you actually attended, what other events will Gyeongju host before the actual 2025 APEC summit?
Right, as Hoa and I have been emphasizing throughout this coverage and throughout my whole coverage today, what we really are seeing is that even though this event that I attended ends over the weekend, this weekend that I was just there will be more events to enjoy throughout this month and into October for those perhaps visiting Gyeongju. Now, the 2025 World Heritage Festival Gyeongju will run until October 3rd with a theme of Light of a Millennium, with historical tours and lectures on heritage sites like Buguksa Temple, the Royal Tombs, and other historical areas. And the Gyeongju Foundation for Arts and Culture is also hosting a performance of traditional Korean music known as gugak. So there's so much more to look out for. If you guys are ever going to Gyeongju, there's so much more to check out. And for our international viewers, perhaps, who are visiting Gyeongju, there's so much more to enjoy.
Sounds like a lot of exciting stuff is still coming up, and we hope that we're going to cover that all on the Culture Wave, of course.
I'm sure we are.
Hopefully I will, but...
Okay, and thank you very much, Sung-jin, for
Thank you,
today's
Sung-jin.
coverage.
Thank you so much, guys. My pleasure, as always.
And now it's time for a K-Enter News with Walter Lee. Walter, what are we starting off the new week with?
Well, I'm going to surprise you, I think. KPop Demon Hunters.
Oh, what a big surprise.
Once again, we're starting with Netflix's KPop Demon Hunters, as according to the UK officials charts on Friday local time, the song Golden has claimed the #1 spot for the 7th week in total on the UK officials singles chart, Top 100, holding off Olivia Dean's Man I Need, which is a very popular song. Meanwhile, in the US, according to Billboard's chart preview article released on Sunday local time, the KPop Demon Hunters album, which topped the Billboard 200 last week, actually fell 1 spot this week to move down to 2nd place behind rock duo 21 Pilots and their new release Bleach. Now, the question is, can K-pop Demon Hunters fight its way back to the top of the US Billboard 200 album chart? And I think we will find out next week, and I think, they have a very good chance.
Walter, I don't know if you heard the children's laughter and cheers nearby our Arirang station today.
Yes.
Because they have a sports day event at an elementary school nearby, and they were playing the K-pop Demon Hunters songs for their running events and stuff like that. So I found it very interesting, very different from years ago.
Yes, even my 2.5-year-old daughter likes this song. So.
Well, now we're going to move on to BTS member Jin. What do you have?
Yeah, so according to, actually Jimin today we're going to talk about.
Jimin. I'm sorry,
okay.
Jimin.
So according to the Spotify's chart on Thursday, BTS's Jimin's track, who is off his 2nd solo album, Muse, has officially surpassed 2 billion streams on the music platform, making it Jimin's first solo track to reach this milestone. Now, who made its debut at number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and stayed in the chart for 33 weeks and also spent 28 weeks on the UK official singles chart Top 100. Now the track is currently in its 60th week on the Billboard's Global 200 and Global excluding US charts. Now in Spotify's year-end roundup last year, Who was recognized as both the most streamed K-pop song globally and the most played song among Korean listeners.
And another BTS member has had an impressive run on Spotify. And this time it's not Jimin and it's also not Jin, it is...
It is Jungkook. So Jungkook has also set impressive new records as he has remained on Spotify's global top artist chart for 800 days. Now, even during periods of inactivity like his military service, Jungkook maintained strong support, becoming the first K-pop solo artist to chart for 800 consecutive days. Now, across both group and solo activities, this ranks as the 5th longest streak overall. Now, on his personal account, he holds the fastest record among Asian artists and is the first K-pop soloist to surpass 9.6 billion cumulative streams. Now, Jungkook's debut solo track, 7, spent 114 consecutive weeks on Spotify's weekly top songs global chart, making him the first Asian solo artist and the longest charting artist in that category. Now, his solo album, Golden, there must be something in that word. I think I might need to make a track by myself called Golden. It's also charted for 98 weeks on the weekly top albums global chart, the first and longest for an Asian solo album. In addition, Jungkook is the first Asian solo artist to achieve 4 tracks with over 1 billion streams on Spotify, and he is the only K-pop soloist to reach 19 tracks with over 100 million streams.
Amazing achievements. Well, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's turn to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. The Asian contents and film market is well underway at Bexco in Hyundai. It's one of Asia's premier content marketplaces held alongside the Busan International Film Festival every October. While the film festival serves as a celebration for actors, directors, and audiences, the market is where industry insiders fiercely compete for distribution rights, build networks, and make business deals. Now in its 20th year, the event brought together more than 2,700 participants from 52 countries. A highlight of this year's program is Inno Asia, a newly launched section showcasing the fusion of high technology and storytelling featuring global tech giants and Asia's leading startups. The Culture Ministry has launched a Wear Hanbok for Chuseok campaign to carry on the holiday tradition and promote everyday use of hanbok. A hanbok exchange market will open in Seoul's Hongsu-dong this weekend, while the National Folk Museum will host immersive hanbok wearing programs in early October. A hanbok promotion video will be unveiled on major billboards at home and abroad on the day of Chuseok, including those in Myeongdong and New York's Times Square, featuring actor Park Bo-gum, honorary ambassador for Korean tourism. Online events are also planned, inviting foreign visitors to share photos of themselves wearing hanbok for a chance to win prizes. Seoul's newly launched Hangang bus surpassed 10,000 passengers just 3 days after its official launch. According to the Seoul city government, as of Sunday afternoon, the cumulative number of passengers since the service began last Thursday reached 10,014. The average number of passengers per route was around 150, with an average seat occupancy rate of over 80%. The Hangang bus operates for teen trips daily along a nearly 30-kilometer route connecting Mago and Jamsil. The city plans to expand services to 30 trips on weekdays after the Chuseok holiday. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
사서 영통요. 불폭방 중에는 4대부의 자손일세. 4대부. 나는 8대부의 자손일세. 이거 믿겨.
South Korea's capital, Seoul, is getting more and more attention as a global tourist city. Foreign tourist visits to Seoul hit an all-time high in July. The city remains the favorite global city among Gen Z and millennial travelers. And as we mentioned on our program before, it's also a popular place to travel solo. Now today, we want to take a closer look at Seoul's appeal as a tourism destination. Joining us in the studio is Liz Lee, or Lee Young-mi, Director of MICE Team 2 at Seoul Tourism Organization. Welcome, Young-mi.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Welcome, Director.
All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about this recent record that was broken in terms of tourism to Seoul. Please give us the details.
Yeah, Seoul is welcoming more international visitors than ever this year. In July alone, we had 1.36 million visitors from all over the world, and this was our busiest month on record, and that's 23% more than last year, and even 18% higher than the pre-pandemic, that is in 2019. And it turns out that from January to July this year, we had more than 8.2 million people from the world, and at this pace, we are expecting to have more than 14.5 million international visitors this year, breaking our previous record set in 2019. And one of the most noteworthy points here is that the nationalities of tourists have become more diverse. So, for example, the proportion of Chinese and Japanese tourists have decreased, whereas the proportion for Taiwan and the US has increased. And especially the tourists from the UK, France, and the Netherlands have increased, surged by 20%, 58%, and 67% respectively. So
that's quite a huge increase, especially
huge
from Europeans.
Yeah, sure.
That's such an amazing statistic because I remember before pre-pandemic as well that Seoul, well, Korea in general was seeing a very, big increase in tourists, and then the pandemic happened, and then, we're still maintaining higher and higher numbers. Along with that as well, Director, there has also been welcoming news regarding millennials and Gen Z or Gen Z, who choose Seoul as their favorite city to visit for the 4th year in a row. Can you tell us why that is?
Yes. As you mentioned, Seoul has been named a favorite worldwide city by tragic travel readers, who most of them are millennial and Gen Z, and for 4 years in a row. And this year, Seoul has also been recognized by both TripAdvisor and Global Traveler Leisure Lifestyle Awards as one of Asia's top tourist destinations. And we've seen a steady rise in visits from global millennial and Gen Z. And as you know, Seoul is the hub of Korean pop culture, and it's also where you can dive into fashion, beauty, food, and lifestyle, all in one place. So a survey in 2024 found that 38% of visitors first became interested in Korea through K-content, whether it's K-drama, K-pop, or K-films. And as you know, the recent growth of OTT platforms like Netflix has been a crucial role in spreading Korean culture and lifestyle around the world. And younger generations are looking for more than sightseeing these days. They want hands-on and immersive experiences. So here in Seoul, you can get all that, whether it's exploring historic landmarks such as Gwanghwamun or Gyeongbok Palace, or just relaxing along the Han River, or checking out trend-setting neighborhoods such as Seongsu, Myeongdong, or Hongdae. So, and another reason I personally think why they love Seoul is about business opportunities that Seoul offers to global MG travelers. Seoul recently has recognized as Best My City, for 10 consecutive years. And according to the Union of International Associations, Seoul ranked first in Asia and third in worldwide for hosting international conferences, holding in 2024, holding 180 such events. So simply put, Seoul offers global visitors, especially younger generations, some unforgettable leisure, cultural, and lifestyle experiences alongside the world-class business opportunities.
And Youngmi, you just mentioned that the interest in Korea and also in travel to Korea is also linked to OTT platforms. And let's talk about this Netflix hit, KPop Demon Hunters. I heard that this is actually impacting the tourism industry in Seoul as well. Tell us more.
Yes, surely KPop Demon Hunters has a big impact on tourism here in Seoul, since it's released on Netflix on June 20th, as I remember, if I correctly remember. We've seen a wave of millennial and Gen Z travelers coming to Seoul just to check out the actual filming locations. So spots like Myeongdong, Namsan Tower, the Han River, Tukseom Hangang Park, and Namsan Park, they all have become even more popular than ever. And on social media, mentions of these sites have doubled after the release, and we are seeing that that translates into real travel demand. For instance, flight bookings to Korea from North America, Europe, and Australia surged this summer. So, in case, according to Trip.com, Spain was up like 146%, and Germany 122%, and Italy 107% compared to the same time last year. So it's pretty amazing that we are seeing a strong growth from local market.
And you did mention briefly some of the locations, but tell us a little bit more about the spots that were featured in the movie. What are the backdrops that people are traveling to?
almost all of the locations they are traveling to, and almost all the locations featured in the movie are gaining popularity these days. And what's really exciting that fans are now coming to see the actual place featured in the animation. So spots like Myeongdong, and Tuksam, Hangang Park, Bukchon Hanok Village, Naksam Park, they are all seeing big jumps in international visitors. And fans are gathering at the giant LED screen around the COEX, where the first Huntrix music video was released, just to take photos. And even cultural attractions feeling the impact. For example, the National Museum of Korea, where we can find souvenirs inspired by the McP and tigers in the show. The museum welcomed more than 690,000 visitors in July alone, more than double compared to the same month of last year. And the museum so far had 4.32 million visitors, and they are expecting to have more than 5 million visitors this year, which would lead them to number 5 in the museum in terms of the number of visitors, following Louvre, Vatican, and British museums and Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then the Museum of National Museum of Korea. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
That really is amazing. And what's quite interesting is that K-dramas and K-movies have always brought travelers to locations, but in this situation, KPop Demon Hunters is an animation, and it's not like it's not a real physical place. It's kind of animated, so it's quite interesting, and it's great that they represented the real historic places in Korea to where people want to go there, even though it's an animated series. But it's amazing that that's had such an impact. But talking about places, what are some other places that, let's say, the Gen Z or millennials, other popular places within Seoul that they like to visit these days?
Well, when you look at what global MG travelers really enjoy in Seoul these days, there are 5 big experiences that stand out. And first, they love exploring trendy neighborhoods like Seongsu, Ikseondong, and Seocheon. These areas packed with stylish cafes, photo booths, and pop-up stores, perfect places for Instagram. And second, of course, is K-pop. Younger visitors want to take dance classes and shop for merchandise and visit some, the entertainment agencies like HYBE and SM, and even go to concerts or fan meetups. And third, they are interested in wellness and lifestyle, local lifestyle as well. So things like relaxing in a Korean spa, we call it 찜질방, and eating instant noodles by the Han River, or just strolling through the parks really make them feel like locals. And fourth, there is K-beauty and fashion. So stores like Olive Daiso, 무신사, we call it 올다무 to make it short, and even vintage markets are now must-visit spots on their travel list. And finally, food culture is really huge. So as you know, from street food in Myeongdong to Gwangjang Market to Korean traditional cuisine to trendy bakeries, trying authentic and very Instagrammable Korean dishes is always a highlight.
I bet there are many more recommendations you could give us. But Youngmi, before we let you go, could you tell us any special events or festivals that are taking place in the remainder of the year that people can check out when they travel to Seoul?
Actually, there are many events and festivals coming up in the remainder of this year. And one of them will be the Seoul International Fireworks Festival, starting on September 27th, which will light up the skies over Yeouido Hangang Park, attracting millions of people with breathtaking displays. And then early October, the Seoul Light Hangang Bisam Festival will turn the river into a state of art and technology. And drone light shows at Tuksam Hangang Park will keep the excitement going, especially after the buzz from the KPop Demon Hunters collaboration. And we also have Seoul Lantern Festival, and which will brighten up Cheonggyecheon and Gwanghwamun Square. And later this year, Gwanghwamun Christmas Market will bring cheer with food, music, and some seasonal shopping. And at the same time, Seoul is the global capital of K-pop. So one of the biggest highlights will be Melon Music Awards 2025 on December 20th at Kulture Issue, bringing together world-class artists and international fans.
Wow, I guess many of the young MC generations will have to make a choice whether they will come in autumn or in winter, because so much is left to do in Seoul. And we hope that this will also lead to many more revisits by the generations as well.
Revisit is really important for us.
Well, thank you very much, Youngmi, for sharing your insights with us today. And yes, I hope that we're going to have an even bigger number of visitors to Seoul in the future.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to see you back here tomorrow.
See you soon.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Korea time, and maybe one day here in Korea.